Alright everyone, pproteus back for the semifinals with Hexproof. Playing against Shatoon here, who likes to change decks. They've played Burn, Blue-Black Delver, Boros Monarch, Mono-Blue Delver over the past couple months, so no idea what they're on. I'm going to mulligan this hand. It's pretty good except for the fact it doesn't have any lands. If I could just exchange a random card other than these two. If I could exchange a random one of these for a forest, I would snap keep this, even a vestige. But that hand looks like it can't cast any spells. This hand is like the previous hand, except it's a lot worse because it doesn't have the abundant growth, it doesn't have the ethereal armors, and it still doesn't have any lands. So I'm not keeping this one. This one is further away from keepable, although I do have the squad to try to hit a land on one. Okay, well, we hit a land and a payoff and a creature, so we're keeping this. Not the best ever, but it's a thing. We're going to do it. Let's see what we're playing against. I'm crossing my fingers for Burn, because that's what they were on the last time they played in the challenge, and certainly we got game against Burn, although this is maybe not the ideal hand for it. I think there's a pretty low probability we win this game, so I'm hoping that keeping the mask on top will help me out a little, because I figure you need to get at least a little bit lucky. Anyways, let's see what my opponent's on. They're on Basic Mountain. Probably Burn, although no guarantees. No guarantees. Could be Boros. Here's the Bogle. Go ahead. What have you got? So, what would I like to draw? Okay, we're playing against Burn. We can beat Burn. Alright. I would like to draw Abundant Growth, and I found a Rancor. Okay. Could have done worse than that. We're probably going to get multiplied out of the game by this Thermo. But we did increase power, and we did attack. So that's pretty good. I was hoping to go Abundant Growth, and then next turn draw Armadillo Cloak. But this is me putting power onto the board, so given my mold of 5, can't complain too much. Get to play Mask next turn, but the Mask is only 3 mana for a +2/+2. It's kind of underwhelming. Still want to draw Abundant Growth. Ooh. Okay, so this is probably going to have to play the Ethereal Armor, because I may only get 1 white mana total this game. And I have to decide now, I guess, how many turns do I think I'm going to live. Good thing my opponent doesn't have Electricity. I'm not really expecting it out of Burn. No way am I playing around it. Also, I can't beat Electricity anyways. Not with this hand. Let's see if I die. I was about to do some calculations over what's the probability that I die here, but really, let's just find out. I don't have any relevant choices to make. I hope my opponent floods out and that they can't kill me, because all they need to... Ooh. Lava Runner. I didn't factor in the probability that I should be blocking instead of attacking. Kind of assume that I should be attacking. I think I'm going to say that 5 damage attack was probably pretty relevant. Oh boy. Alright, so I hit a Heliod's Pilgrim. The problem is I do not have the correct color of mana to cast the thing I get off the Heliod's Pilgrim. If I play the Ethereal Armor, it's going to be... I'm going to have 3 enchantments, so 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5 for pumping the Ancestral Mask. So that's going to be me hitting for 10. That'll make me win in 2 turns. The alternative is play the Heliod's Pilgrim and try to win off of that. There is a big problem with the Heliod's Pilgrim in that if my goal is to survive because I am playing Heliod's Pilgrim, my opponent might just have Searing Blazes in their hand that they otherwise can't cast, and that could be the reason we're not dying. So that much is not obvious at all to me what I should do. If I play the Pilgrim, I guess the card I'm getting is Abundant Growth. And that lets me attack for 7. Chump the Lava Runner, hopefully. If opponent has like 2 bolts in their hand, then I'm dead no matter what. If they have Bolt Fire Blast, I would be dead already. And they didn't play land. So the question now is, I take 1 from the Thermo. Yeah, you know what? I think my opponent just has the Searing Blaze in their hand. Probably Searing Blaze plus land is pretty likely. The question is, can I possibly win a game in which I don't cast the Pilgrim? So let's say I just play Ethereal Armor. I've got a 10 power creature, hit for 10. Opponent taps a Thermo, I go to 8, untaps, hits with the Lava Runner, I go to 6, taps a Thermo, I'm at 4. No, sorry. Taps a Thermo, I'm at 5. Right? Hold on. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So I'm dead to Fire Blast. Dead to Fire Blast is not good, but that's different from dead to Bolt. My opponent doesn't have Curse. They probably don't have multiple lands in their hand. They could have 1. I just think Searing Blaze is so likely. But if they have land plus Searing Blaze, then yeah. All right. This is not actually getting me anywhere. I think it's very likely they have the Searing Blaze, so Healed's Pilgrim on average probably nets me negative damage. I could get another Rancor with the Healed's Pilgrim. That lets me maximize damage this turn. Is that true? If I get a Rancor, put it here, that's +2, +4. Wait, that's not maximizing damage. I should just play the Ethereal Armor. Alright, made my decision. I'm going to play around Searing Blaze. I assume my opponent has something in their hand. I don't think their hand's full of lands, so I'm going to assume their hand is full of Searing Blazes. That sounds like a reasonable way for me to win this game. And I might draw a dead card, so I can't keep the Bogle back to block, because I'm dead to Bolt if I do nothing, I think. Well, no, I'm not actually dead. I don't know. Not playing Detection Probe. I don't know what's in their hand. I'm going to guess it's Searing Blaze. Don't like that I'm taking the 2 damage from the Lava Runner here. Definitely not feel good. But they're going to have to have 2 burn spells. Or I guess Fire Blast. I guess I am dead to Fire Blast. And they didn't have it last turn. Okay. Fire Blast. Alright, they had the Fire Blast. So we are dead here. That's unfortunate, but I don't think it was reasonable to expect me to get out of that anyways. Still 3 cards in hand. I wonder if one of them is Searing Blaze. I guess we don't find out. If I had not attacked, I would have drawn into Spider Amber, which I could have played for +1, 2, 3, 4, and then attacked to put my opponent to -2, but they could have actually chomped with a Thermo going to 1. And then they could have just done this the turn after. It would have taken the same amount of damage because they would have just Fire Blasted there anyways, and then I would be at 2 and they would attack me with the Lava Runner. So attacking didn't punish me. Not playing the Healed's Pilgrim might have punished me, but I don't actually know what they had, so it's hard to be sure. Sideboarding. Want these cards. These cards are pretty good. Mutagenic Growth is a card that I think might actually be playable in this matchup, though I don't know. Not 100% on that one. It just sounds funny trying to pay life versus burn, but it makes sense when you consider what their sideboard cards are. I'm going to run this and might bring in Mutagenic in game 3 when I'm on the draw. I'm just hoping to draw Crimson Acolyte Crimson Arculite's going to win the game by itself. Alright, let's see. What have we got here? Well, I can't mulligan this. I've got 4 mana, White Source, Payoff, Bogle. Gonna keep. Do I play Bogle on 1? Or do I play Utopia Sprawl on turn 1? I'm not going to get Trickery on turn 1. Might draw into something helpful. So I should probably play Bogle. Maybe the 1 point of damage will matter. There's not a huge punish. If I were on the draw, I would probably switch that around because Electricity is a punish, and so I want to tempt them. Although, if my opponent's a good player, and I assume you're a good player if you've made it to the semifinals, you should not take a hexproof player keeping a 7-card hand and then not playing a Bogle on turn 1, as they don't have a Bogle. They have one. Otherwise, they would have mulliganed. So it's not really very valuable, but it's possible they'll misplay. At least that gets me a lot of wins in the leagues. Hoping my opponent will mess up something like that. So I'm not going to play the Gladecover Scout, and also very important to play the Bogle instead of the Gladecover Scout on turn 1, because my opponent might side in Pyroblast, and one of these cards is functional if my opponent is holding a Pyroblast, so I want to save that for later when my opponent might be holding a Pyroblast. That was an awesome draw. My guy is now Electricity proof. Not Martyr proof, but if my opponent's plan were Martyr, they probably should have played that. Last turn instead of Lava Spiking me. Opponent's going to Thermo. I don't have Trample. It is a little tiny bit annoying. But I do have rather a lot of power. So I'm going to make my 8-card creature and attack, and there's a good argument for my opponent to block here. Because I might have a Rancor, and that Rancor might be coming down next turn. I'm going to play a Gladecover Scout with the intent of probably chump blocking, because this Bogle is now unkillable. 8 power is enough to last me through just about anything, so I would rather not take a 2 extra damage from a Lava Runner if that is what my opponent is planning on doing. Opponent's got the Probe, they see that my hand is nothing. They just put themselves so that they have to block by paying that life there. That life was not irrelevant. Needle drop me. Okay. Opponent's dead to Rancor. They probe again. Paying a lot of life. Now they're dead to Rancor even if they have Lava Runner and hold it back to block. Am I dead? Bolt, Fire Blast is just lethal. Oh, there's a Martyr. Okay. Alright, come on, deck. Give me a Rancor. Yuck. Alright, I do not expect the possible 1 damage from this Gladecover Scout to be meaningful. I expect them to chump here. So I think we're going to lose this game. Because we're going to go to 8, and then we're just dead to 2 random burn spells out of my opponent. Martyr did its job there. Kinda drew 2 lands in this in this 5-turn game. Totally flooded out. Please have nothing. Please have nothing. And they have the lightning bolts. So, there you have it. Didn't win, but I did pretty okay. Made it to the semifinals. I'm sad because I lost, especially versus Burn, where I feel I shouldn't, but that's what happens. So, as a takeaway, is this deck the most skill-intensive deck ever? Definitely not. You just lose and win games to variance. That's part of the deck. On the other hand, is this deck 0 skill? Definitely not. You definitely win games by thinking about what you're going to do before you do it. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you like this content or want to see more or disliked one particular part of it, please let me know in the comments. I'd be super glad to hear from you. And if you want to reach out to me, send me a message in the comments, or even on Reddit or Discord if you wish. And check me out on Twitch. I stream Pauper most Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Thanks again for watching. Have yourselves a wonderful time. I'll see you later.